This land, our land, is our Zimbabwe, a land of peace for you and me. Once born in pain and segregation, but now we live in harmony. Now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with pride inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation. This our land, our Zimbabwe.
Though I may go to distant borders, my heart will yearn for this my home. For time and space may separate us, and yet she holds my heart alone. Now flies the flag, my nation's glory. I'll live with pride inside my heart. I'll make a stand to build this nation, this my land, my Zimbabwe.
Now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with pride inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation. This our land, our Zimbabwe. We've been through it all. We've had our days, we've had our falls. Now the time has come for us to stand as one.
The night is gone, and with the morning come rays of hope that lead us on.
So we will strive to give our children a brighter day where they belong. Oh, now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with pride inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation. This our land, our Zimbabwe. Now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with pride inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation. This our land, our Zimbabwe. This our land, our Zimbabwe. This our land, our Zimbabwe.
Yes, how are you folks in all parts of the world? My name is your Marshal Commander from Simanda. That was a lovely song from Henry Olonga. Henry Olonga, a lovely song called Our Zimbabwe. Yes, my name is your Marshal Commander. Welcome to our program where we talk about different things. Yes. I know it has been a long time since we've been together. But let me take this opportunity to thank you all. I want to say thank you so much. I can see you there, Bongani Moyo. I can see you, Angelina Hart. A long time. I love you guys. You know what? You mean a lot to me, guys. You're so special to me. You mean a lot to me. You are the world to me. Right, guys, today I come in with a topic. It's a very controversial topic, but you know what, let people talk and let people say what they want to say. Livingstone Mutsingwa, it has been long. Mina angazi, guys, I'm not a gun person, a peace, but into us all person. Right, guys. You know, I am a Zimbabwean. I'm a Zimbabwean by birth. I'm so proud to be a Zimbabwean. You know, wherever I do things knowing that I'm a Zimbabwean. And whatever is happening in Zimbabwe, I always keep I always keep with myself what is happening in Zimbabwe. So last 2 weeks or last week, there were somebody's trying to give me a call. Right, let me play this song while I'm answering this call. Just hold on. Let me play this song while I'm answering this call from a friend of mine in South Africa. Just hold on, caller. Hold on.
And yet she holds my heart alone. Flies the flag, my nation's glory. I'll live with pride inside my heart. I'll make a stand to build this nation, this my land, my Zimbabwe.
Now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with pride inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation. This our land, our Zimbabwe. We've been through it all. We've had our days. We've had our falls. Now the time has come for us to stand as one.
Yes, thank you so much for. If you can hear me, let me know. Nxa uyibona uyangizwa ngicela ungitshele kana uchindinzwa ndokumra uthi uthaura ukuthi hayi wathi kunzwa ungoba yama hearts nema likes. Right, zwakayitika last week okwenzakala last week kwaba lama shootings ayenzakalayo. Somebody apparently mbava dzakaenda kumba kwemunhu ndova munhu uyauya angasipho. Apparently okwenzakalayo ukuthi kona amasela, according to what they are saying, amasela ahamba endlini yomuntu. Umnikazi wendlu wayengekho kwakulabantwana le ifamily. Then umntwana wafona wathi daddy sesingenele endlini. Thank you very much uthi loud and clear. Ngiyabonga kakhulu guys Angel. Umntwana wathi daddy taphindikwa daddy sesingenelwe ngamasela. Udaddy wa driver imoto straight where he was. 15 minutes wayesefikile. Wafika wathola amasela ephakathi. Busani maps madoda ngiyacela lisicontribute nini. Wafika wathola amasela ephakathi endlini. Uthi according to what he did, uthi kona wafika, what he is saying, according to what he is saying, uthi kona, if you listen to him, his story is like it's like a movie style, when you listen to him. But me, I'm not here to question somebody. If someone come to my family, if someone try to, I defend my family. That's what I do. I will defend my family. But when you listen to him talking, it's a fantastic movie. And if it actually happened that these were robberies, I'm telling you, kudos to him. He knows his job. He knows his style. But now, a lot of people are questioning now, saying, I think there's a lot into this. But why are a lot of people questioning the way he killed these people? Apparently, he killed 3, 2 ran away. So, my question to you guys, not you, probable, but on behalf of those who are questioning, why do you think people are questioning about the shootings of these guys? Let's talk about it. I don't want you to come live. I want you to phone so that, you feel free to talk to me because ngathi the phone ngathi dingene live idesaba. So nanso in number on the screen. The number is there on the screen. Give me a call. Let's talk. Why do you think people are questioning about the shooting of these guys? Who wants to be the first caller? Let's talk about it. Why do you think people they are questioning? Then towards the end of this program, we are going to talk about the licensing of armor guns. Because a lot of people are saying, i-gun yakhe ayisebenzisa i-automatic. What sort of a gun are you supposed to license to protect your family? Now, there is the question. Abanye bathi that gun was not supposed to be. Then, now, he is saying, yena ngokwakhe nxa ekhuluma iyekana sitawura anothi the gun wasn't his. Akakwereta gun kuma security guards. Kuti ayino noshandisa unoshuta abantu abo. He's saying, I collected the guns from the security company to go and defend my family. Now, what a coincidence for him to be where he was and then go to a security company to go and get armor guns. And then there are some questions as well. But Marshal Commander, how trained was he to massacre all these three and the labana bantu abadutyulwayo, not even to harm his family? But when he's saying umfazi wakhe bamkhaba emehlweni bamtorch. That's what he's saying. Now let's talk, guys. I am not here to denounce that guy. I'm not here to judge that guy, but I want us to discuss. This is a place where we discuss about issues. So what's your take on that, guys? Who wants to be the first one to give me a call? The number is 0044 7399715912. This is a WhatsApp call. Add that number on your WhatsApp and then call me and tell me what you think. Come on, guys. I don't want to waffle on my own. I'm for ukhuluma ngedwa. What's your take on this? Come on, guys. What's your take? The guy is telling a story, a beautiful story. When you listen to him, when he's talking about the shooting, you enjoy. I wish we can actually have a movie about how he killed those guys. It's a fantastic story when he's telling it. It's a beautiful story when he's telling it. It's a beautiful story to listen to it. He says, you know what? Bam, negamroba chest up akadona. Bam, negamroba pa lokuzen akadona. Shala what you bam, negamroba akadona. It's beautiful the way he says it. So, guys, let me know. What do you think about this? Tell me, what's your take on this? Come on, guys. This is a topic of our country. And if you want to talk about the guns, if you want to talk about what you think about this incident, feel free to say, hey, Marshal Commander, tell me, in Air Marshal Commander, shootings. Come on, don't look at me, guys. Let's talk about it. I listened to him talking to one of the journalists the other day. He was interviewed by a guy called Simbachi Kanza, and he explained, and a lot of people questioned him, and then he laughed. He said, but how can people talk like that? You know what? And even me, if it was me being attacked, I would defend my family first. Come on, guys. Who wants to come in? Maybe I'm just waffling. Maybe let me know so that I know that no, I'm just waffling because I don't want to just talk. I want to talk with people who wants to talk. Yes, I listened to him. I listened to him talking to Simbachi Ganza. Honest enough, you can feel sorry for him. You can actually feel sorry for him. But when you look at the gun he used, oh my goodness. When you look at the gun he used, I don't know how in Zimbabwe we can have such guns. I don't know. I didn't know that in Zimbabwe you've got such guns. I'm trying to look for his audio when he was talking to the journalist, and a lot of people were saying, let me see if we can 30-degree Jacob lawyer was okay. Let's see. I might have the interview here. Let me just see.
Phoned the father.
1 second.
And the father never alleged die like that.
No,
how can bandits just get injured like that?
1 second. There he is. There is a video here. Him talking there.
I went to City, and while I was anticipating it around something like 9:45 or 14 minutes to 10 p.m. last night, I just received a call from my son. He simply told me, "Did it happen there?" Then I just reacted by jumping onto the steering wheel, and I drove as fast as I could from Chisipiti area. Then I drove. I took about probably 10, 12 minutes to get here. I parked my vehicle right at the back of that property. There's a road approach called Crane. Then I was armed with a Stribok firearm. I ran through this vacant stand and jumped into my yard through the wall. Right. As soon as I was on the wall, I saw my dogs surrounding the main bedroom, and they were charging. And then automatically I knew there were people inside the house who were intruders. So what I did first, I fired the first shot whilst I was right in the corner there. Then I ran through the garden, and then I did 360 just to check if if it was safe for me to attack the robbers. He peeped through this is the passage, right? As soon as he came, he showed up on the passage. I shot him. He went down. I shot him in the chest, and he went down. The two others ran back into the main bedroom. Then, in order to confuse them, I went to that window. I fired 3 shots into my bedroom, and I went to the other window facing north. I fired 2 more shots into the bedroom, just to try and drive them out of my bedroom. Right. Then I quickly returned here. I'm sure they were pretty confused. Then secondly, another man emerged. He was quite a young boy. He emerged again from the corridor, same spot. As soon as he showed up, I shot him straight in the head. He fell down. He was wielding another rifle, right? Then there was one of them, a very huge man, had no gun. So what he did was, he was very clever. He tapped the door to alert my son. He called my son, but he couldn't see me because I was standing right here.
You heard that. You heard that. That's him talking there. That's the way he's saying. That's how he shot those guys. So, guys, honest enough, why is it that people, they don't believe that this guy is genuine? Why is it so? Why don't you believe that is genuine? Why is it a lot of people, they don't believe what this guy is saying? Let me know, guys. Let's talk about it. Let me tell you something. I don't judge anybody. But my question to you is, if somebody come to you, all of you guys who are here, whether you are 2 or you're 3, if someone tries to mess around with your family, will you defend your children? Will you do the same thing what this guy did? I will definitely do that. I will definitely defend myself. So my question is, why is it people, they are so doubting that these people, they wanted to rob him? Why is it people are doubting? Are you one of the doubters? Are you one of the doubters who's saying, in the Bagababalo? I mean, when you listen to the story, you laugh. It's like a movie. But me, if these were genuine robbers, I say this guy, it deserves an award. If they were genuine robbers, it deserves an award. Because we are sick and tired of these people robbing us. I'm one of the victims whose mother was robbed. They took a laptop and they hit my mother. So when I talk about such things, honestly enough, it brings memories of what happened to my mom. But a lot of people sending messages, they feel, why are you doubting that this case is not right? While I'm waiting for that, somebody sent me a message now. What do you feel? Umuntu lo ulamanga. How do you prove who to lamanga? That's why I say, it's not good for people to say umuntu lamanga. Call and tell me why you think ulamanga. Because you cannot just send me a message and say ulamanga. What makes you say ulamanga? What makes you say Ugutula Monk? I mean, it's a controversial thing. It's a controversial story. It's a very difficult thing to talk about. But maybe you're afraid to talk. Are you one of those guys who can defend himself when something comes to your house, to your family? Are you one of the people who can say, I will fight for my children? If anyone comes to your family now and say, right, and try and do anything, will you do anything to defend that person? There are questions here. A lot of people are saying, why engabizanga amapolisa when he was going there? Those are questions being asked by so many different people. I mean, people have got the right to ask questions. People have got the freedom of expression to ask questions. Those are the questions which are coming in. But are you one of those people? But my question is, what do you need to do to have a gun license in Zimbabwe? I remember growing up, Zimbabwe was one of the very safest countries in Africa. If not, Zimbabwe was very anathema and taboo to kill somebody by those days. But now killing someone now is just like that. Killing someone was robberies in Zimbabwe was very, but now robberies, I know that, I mean, poverty can cause those things. But then let's talk about the firearms, the guns. Who has got the right to apply for a gun license? If you've got a gun license, can you travel with the gun anywhere you want in Zimbabwe because you own a gun license? Can you go and drink with other people and just go to a nightclub with a gun because you own a gun? Are we not misusing the use of a gun license? You go to a nightclub in whatever, Mfakos or whatever, carrying a gun because you have a gun license. Is that right? What are the disadvantages of carrying a gun in public, anything, anyway, having a gun? So if you've got a gun license, you can carry it anywhere, go anywhere, in a shopping, in a supermarket, getting a... Do you know, I mean... Let me just use this in my vernacular language, in my language. Ungafika endaweni kuzwakala ukuthi kulomuntu othiwa ulombhobho esigabeni. Let me just say I come from Flapusi. Then kuthiwa khona kubonakale umuntu olombhobho ngama-7 ebusuku. People, they will panic all night. People won't sleep all night. A gun is something which, I mean, we grew up not used to. So my question is, right, you have got a gun license, but you travel around with a gun. I was asking people the other day, listen, guys, I just don't talk. I am licensed to talk like this. I have a certificate of talking like this. I have a certificate of talking like this, a certificate of journalism, not a Facebook journalism. So, a lot of people might ask you, why are you talking about this? It's one of the topics which I can open on a day. So, some people might get offended because they've got relatives who carry guns. I'm not accusing them, but I'm saying, when we were growing up, I grew up in a farm, in a plot, whereby when you've got a gun license, a gun has got a room, ekhiyelwa khona. Umbhobho ulendlu yayo lapho khiyelwa khona. Xa kulombhobho ekhaya uyakhiyelwa endlini ule license. Awuphonge uhamba lawo. You don't just travel with a gun on the street or carrying a gun because you have a license. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I might offend a lot of people. But why am I coming to that is when the child, the phone dead and say, Daddy, Pindigo. I feel sorry. I think those children, they need counseling as well. We need to mention this. These children, they need counseling because of what they saw, witnessed, the blood of those people who died. They definitely need counseling. The woman, the wife, honest. And I feel sorry for that family. But it's a coincidence that the father is not in. And then a child from Pindigo, Daddy Warrior Straight, not calling police, not calling anything. Then he killed those people. That man is very strong. Very, very strong. But anyway, one thing I don't want to do is to talk on my own. When I see that people, they don't want to contribute on a topic, I leave the topic for people to comment on the comment section, because I expect people to call in and say, hey, Marshall, I don't talk on my own. I've been here 25 minutes. I see there is no response. I don't talk on my own. That's the only thing I don't do. I'll give you 10 minutes to see if people, they want to contribute on the topic. Then if not, then we move on to another topic for another day. Because I don't believe when I bring a topic, I talk on my own. I expect people to be saying no, like what Livingstone said. He said, guys, I'm not in a gun person, which is good. Which is good. So, my question was, why is it people, they are not believing what this guy said? And my other question was, who has got the right to have a gun in Zimbabwe? Can somebody like Philip Swanda, who has got no money, somebody like Philip Swanda has got nothing, somebody like Philip Swanda, who has got definitely nothing, apply for a gun and get a gun license? My additional question to that, what I've just asked, you own a gun license. You own a gun license. Can you carry your gun anytime you want? You go to the shops, you just carry a gun. You are going to the shops. Can you do that? Because when I was talking to people over the week, a lot of people said, futhi banofamba nazo. Impopo wahamba nayo. Abashki. Man banofamba nefuthi fitza uchiri kumashuri. Fitza is still behind. People were telling me that. People were telling me that. So my question is, so Zimbabwe now, you can go around carrying a gun. Then it's interesting. It's interesting to hear that people can carry guns all over they want. I'm against it that somebody can carry a gun. You can have a license of a gun. But me, I'm against it that people can carry a gun. A gun is one of the most painful things ever. Right, I've got a message here. 1 second. Breaking news. Shooting hero turns villain. In a bizarre turn of events, new details have emerging linking homicide police detective Joseph Nemaisa held head shooting of 3 suspects of his home of 6 December, blah, 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 2 pounds. Reports filtering in from family of... I said it. I said we will hear from the families of those who were killed. Now, apparently, the families of those who were killed are saying this was a place where all the deals were done. I don't know how far true this is. But now, it's now shifting to other places now. But let me not spread rumors. But I said this. I said, why can't we hear from the families of those who were killed? Now there is a lot of things happening, coming in, but I'm not going to speculate. I'm going to wait to hear the news. Right. Somebody sent me a message. Thank you so much. Mfana is my young boy. I love this boy. Right. He says, they say guns don't kill people, but people kill people. But people kill people. However, I say when you have, you can do anything. Hence, would prefer guns not to be given. Thank you so much, Mafana. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I spoke to a lot of people in Zimbabwe and South Africa, journalists, about this incident. I'm not talking about the social media journalists. I'm talking about journalists, proper journalists. And they were saying, Philip, a gun, you can apply for a gun. They will check everything. If you pass all those criteria, you get a gun. I asked a question. I said, but can you go around with a gun? Then some journalists in South Africa said, Fitzer, you're still behind. I said, what do you mean I'm behind? What do you mean I'm behind? You know, carrying a gun, can you carry a gun to a supermarket? Just carrying a gun to a supermarket. How do people look at you at a supermarket carrying a gun? Honest enough, tell me something. How can you go to a nightclub holding a gun? A nightclub drinking beer with a gun. What are the chances that, what about if that gun is loaded with the bullets? Anything can trigger and happen and kill people. I have never seen professionals of those who are, in public who are carrying a gun. Why am I saying this? Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because this guy, when he was phoned by the child, he ran straight. But apparently saying, I borrowed a gun from the guard. So when you borrow a gun, how can a company borrow someone a gun to go? I don't know. Does the gun need to be cleared by the police? I feel sorry. I feel sorry for this gentleman. I honestly feel sorry for his family. I feel sorry. But it's sad. The scenario is sad. Now, I am accusing the journalist who did his report. Now, as a journalist myself, I accuse my journalist akaenda kumba kwake, ama journalist akambaya, the first journalist who went to his house. I accuse them. Why do I accuse them? There are so many things which I can accuse them for. They left this story unfinished. Why do I say they left this story unfinished? Because when you are having a journalist saying what they said, they should have said, when you are reporting there, when you come and say, I shot him, he was carrying that AK-47, then you put your camera to the AK-47 so that people can see the AK-47 lying on the floor. I shot that huge one who was carrying that AK-47. Then you shift your camera to the AK-47 so that when people are listening, right, you actually say that we are sorry for the images we are going to show you, but then you have apologized just before for the people so that you know if they are bad images. Then you shot it, you put your camera to where you are saying. If you are saying the huge one, whether he's covered on a blanket, you say you shift your camera to that person who is on the floor covered with blood. I shot the other one who was holding a pistol. Then you show us the images of a pistol on the floor. Then you say, Muruwana Maburi Ao, Liabon is colorless, Yana. You shift your camera to where the Maburi Ao are. Right. The other one jumped on that window. You shift your camera to the window where that person jumped. That is journalism. That is journalism. My dogs were barking. You go and take the image or the videos of those dogs. You take the dogs who say, these were the dogs which were barking last night. Mkadzi wangu anga ari mu room E. You show us the room where your wife was. You do a sketch, a diagram. Same as when you have an accident, the police, they come and do a diagram. They sketch a diagram. They draw a diagram. The journalists were poor on that story. They are putting this gentleman now under pressure. Whoever covered that story, that's poor journalism. Whoever the editor of that story is, they failed to do the proper journalist. They failed to do the job. Whoever covered that story is leaving people with doubts. Probably the guy is genuine. But they blame me as a journalist. I give it to the whoever covered that. They didn't tell us that, no, the guns have been taken to the police. They didn't tell us how the bodies were taken out of the house. We don't know anything about that. They didn't tell us. After a few days, they didn't tell us after a few days that we are going to be investigating to ask the relatives of those people who knows the deceased. Tamsanga has been shot here, or Numalo has been shot here. A lot of people knows him. So let's look for the friends of those people who were shot to ask Guti. Since one of them they are saying is a police, they didn't go to the they were saying one of us was a soldier. They didn't go to the place where this boy worked to ask my colleagues, what made him to do this? They didn't do that, journalists. They are putting the guy under pressure now. People need to know kuti ko uyu mkomana uyu anze akwasiyo ID yake msoja uyu ngavaende kakuma ku office ya masoja ikoko paina unovunza commander wake kuti what happened. Then from there they go and look for the Home Affairs Minister to say, why is this gun used? Yakasenzwa nema robbers iri gun ya masoja yakabuda say yakava say why is it 3 of these guys, they are part of the army, or they are part of. So are you telling us that masoja edu are not protected, amasoja as protector you, they are all robbing people? The Minister of Home Affairs now is there to answer and make a statement. Now, why are we having a masoja kuti awanikwepa robberies? So who has got the guns? We are now asking the Home Affairs Minister kuti ko tiri kuti masoja ari kuita roadblock ari kuprotecta vanhu, but masoja ari kuinda kunorobha vanhu. Why is it so? In other countries, first world countries, that Minister of Home Affairs will be under trouble because people will need to know answers. I am not saying he is wrong, but we should have it. So journalism, now I'm talking as a journalist, that all whoever covered that story in the journalist, they failed to do the job. They failed to do the job. Whoever covered that story, you might believe me or not, they failed to do the job. Right. Philip Simanda. is a journalist, right? Kwaitika an incident yakadaro, you call my journalist kwaitika shooting kwaimba number 34 daika number 34 daika kwaitika shooting. So what you do, my journalist anawuya, first and foremost you cover that story, right? Kwaitwa robberies, you ask my neighbors, komanzwa here pakaitika shooting panapa, kwaitika shooting nezuro usiku, did you hear anything? Then my neighbors went, hey, takanzwa mafuta chirira, taifunga kuti maybe yes, we had futa chirira, but takava taska tikarara, sezwa impopi kalebusu kodwa sesabu kuvuka, right? From there, you ask, kuti koma robberies awo akafugwa aifamba nemotokari here kati auya achifamba netsoka? Kune marobberies anoitwa here, gun robberies, marobberies anouya nepfuti achifamba netsoka kana kuti vanenge vane motokari. Saka kana baba nemotokari, we need to know kuti motokari yavaishandisa imota yakaita sei, because hurunzi vakabatiwa the following day. So what kind of a car were they using marobberies out? Then motokari yotokwa yobudiswa kuti this was the car they were using. You see, so the whole story is putting that guy at a blame. The whole story is putting the blame to this guy who shot them people. Right, my robberies, most of the time, I'm not a robber. I've never been into robbery, and I will never be into robberies. But they say this robbery happened at 10 o'clock. What a coincidence, my robberies. I know it was during the 10 Manero, 10 o'clock. It happens. But the whole story wasn't covered very well. Let's be honest to each other. Let's teach these people how to do journalism. The whole story is cockeye. The whole story is cockeye. Do I think that this guy is genuine? I'm a certain percentage that he is genuine, but another percentage is telling me that I need to know more. I need to listen to the story more. Why do I doubt? Why do I doubt? I don't doubt much, but the reason why I'm doubting is some coincidences in the act. What should Davan 3? What should Davan 3? Inini undirini ndashuti abantu 3 vanhu vangachida kuzoburaya mhuri yangu. I'll be shivering. I won't even talk. I'll be in another state. I'll be shivering. But that man, maybe ibasa like because apparently was a CIO and whatever. Gentleman, he's a gentleman. He never shaked, he never did anything. I cannot accuse him for that because as Jaira proper. Then it comes a question here, and zivunza ukuthi kunonzi akakwereta maganzi kuma security. And the ukuthi hanzi akasiya security panze akaenda ne-one security akamsiya panze akaenda kunoshoot. Guys, this story is just whoever journalist is covering this story is just a poor journalism, unbelievable journalism, the worst journalism I have ever seen in my life. I mean, to be honest enough, this is the worst journalism I have ever seen in my life to cover a story. Right now, I don't know. Let's see. I've got a message here. Philip, you are telling the truth. Nyaya uri kutaura anzi Fidza uri kutaura chokwadi, nyaya uri kutaura ichokwadi. Hakuna journalism kumusha kwedu. I understand you. I don't want to say hakuna journalism. Excuse me. To say hakuna journalism, I'll be very, very wrong. But I say whoever covered that story is a poor journalist. Probably is a journalist here, Facebook, social media. Poor journalism. Kutindita hakuna journalism is wrong. My journalists are equal. But they should have taken over. We should have seen that story with Herald covered in a proper way. But since you guys don't want to contribute with me, I'll take the opportunity to thank those who managed to contribute with me. We'll hear the story from other sources. It looks like there are so many things turning around, coming around. But it's so sad that when you're talking about important issues like this, one day the robberies will attack your house. Then that's why you will see that that topic Philip Spanda was talking about was very good. It will happen. Gentlemen, I enjoy when I come in and talk about important issues like this. I really enjoy to talk about issues like this. I find it interesting. Let me not waste your time. We'll meet on the other programs again. I hope this one will benefit you to know your rights, especially when someone is. My question of asking what you gonna do you carry a gun anywhere you want? Especially on asking who has got the right to apply for a license. Those are the most important questions I ask you. What sort of a gun can you apply a license for? Guys, your comments mean a lot to me. I thank you so much. Probably you're afraid. I know that some of the sensitive topics you are afraid of talking about them. It's the truth. And the truth shall set you free. I know that. But anyway, I would love to wish you a heavy Christmas. Since you don't want to contribute on this one, you find it a bit difficult to talk about it. But my message to you is, let's watch this incident and follow it and see where it's going. If you see any interesting news, tag me on that. I just want to follow this. Not that I'm a lawyer, I'm a judge. No, I've got interest of seeing where this story is going. Since today, there are a lot of twists about this. So when you see anything, tag me about this story. Thank you so much. May God bless you all. My name is the Air Marshal Commander Philip Spanda. Have a nice day and God bless you. Bye-bye.